guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new here. Before we get into today's art class, I'd like to ask you all, if you've not done so already, do me a huge favor and hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell button and hit share. It would mean a ton to me if you guys would subscribe and share and like, and it will help me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm. So if you would like to help me with that, I'd be super appreciative. That being said, let's hop into today's art class. So today I have something different for you. It is fabric painting again, but it's on a different level because we're going to be painting some shoes. Ready for the summer season. I have sand shoes here, but you can pretty much do it with any kind of cotton canvas shoe. So if you have a favourite pair of high tops for the winter in the colder regions of the world coming up at the moment, this will work for that as well. And I have ordered some more shoes that will be arriving sometime this week that I will also do some videos on. We'll do different subjects. But today I really wanted to do something for a favourite TV show of mine. So like many of us, I am a humongous Stranger Things fan. I absolutely love the show. I'm absolutely devoted that next season is going to be the last. But I guess all good things have to come to an end eventually. So today I have been so wanting a pair of Stranger Things sneakers. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do these sneakers up with a few elements from Stranger Things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to end up with a really cool pair of sneakers at the end of the video. These are going to be my sneakers. But consecutive videos, I will be doing sneakers that I'll be putting on my shop. What language am I speaking? Oh my goodness. Anyway, we're going to make these sneakers today. I'm going to show you step by step. As usual, put on some music to enjoy while we're making the shoes. And I just hope you guys are going to have a lot of fun with me today and enjoy making these. I have a ton more art classes coming up. I can't wait to do with you guys over the summer. So I'm going to just hop on into this video. As usual, we're just going to play some music. I will explain different steps that I'm doing as I go. And yeah, we're going to end up with a really cool pair of sneakers by the end of this video. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and let's hop in. Hey guys, welcome back. We have our shoes. We have our fabric pens. We have our fabric paints that I just mixed up. And I've got a grey pencil to mark things out with. So as you can see, I have taken the laces out of the shoes so that you've got access to this area here. I believe they call it the tongue. So we've got access for some tongue. And then we've got nice clean laces to go back in the shoes at the end of the video when we're finished. I'm going to be using predominantly the Stranger Things colours, white, red and black. And I'm using images off the web for reference photos, which I have on my other iPad. So let's hop into it. So what I've noticed here is we have a little bit of scuffing, and that's not, I mean, it's probably going to happen anyway when I wear them, but my OCD isn't liking that there's like shop soiling on the shoe. I haven't worn these yet, so it wasn't from me. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to grab a paintbrush. Paper towel, and I'm just going to lightly go over where that scuff mark is. So that's a part of the shoe. I'm just going to leave white. So probably just go over that whole part of the shoe on the back, just so it's got like a nice little undercoated base. scuff mark nicely, so I'm just going to do the other one off camera, and then we'll be back to where I would like to place our red paint for the sides of the shoes, because that's where I'm thinking I'm going to put like the Demogorgon and Vecna and Max and some Eddie elements. So I'm going to go do the other shoe off camera real quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and we have the white undercoat on the shoes. It's gotten rid of any little scuff marks. So where we're going to next is the upside down, and I wanted to have it along the sides of the shoe. So this part we will be painting in red, and we're just going to go up these sides along here. It's where I want to put Vecna and Max and some Eddie elements along the sides of the shoes. So I'm just going to sit here, we're going to paint this in, let it dry, and then we'll be back. And a good little tip is, if you're painting something like a shoe and you want to hold it steady, you can just pop your hand in the shoe and just paint it on like that, just to keep it steady. And here I am just following along the stitching of the shoe. And while you're painting along, just so we don't mess up any parts that we don't want to have the red go in, I'm just going to go fairly slow with this. It will be speeded up a little bit so that you guys don't get bored, but in reality I am painting this on quite slowly so that we don't bleed up into here. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop on some music and we'll get the upside down painted in. Okay, so here, so we don't bleed down onto the rubber part of the shoe, I'm just going to change my brush size. I'm going to a thinner brush, as you can see, and we're just going to fill in this little bit here so that we can fill it in nice and thinly and we don't make any mistakes. Okay, so that's our red parts of the shoes painted. And just line them up with your eyes, make sure that you have all your little bits and pieces where you want them. What I did notice is there is a little bit of bleeding going on here, oops, with the paint, but we can fix that. Actually, I think I might even go around that trim with black. I think will look quite nice. But first, we're going to have to let the shoes dry so that we don't bump the red and get it everywhere. So I'm going to let that dry and then we'll be back for the next part. Okay, we're back again and I'll let the shoes dry a little bit. I got curious as I wanted to see where I could put some black. So I had started to put some black on this shoe with a pen. This is one of my MonMarte fabric pens. And I just started going around the side of the shoe just to see how it would look. And it's already, you can already see that it's pretty much Stranger Things. That's looking like Stranger Things already with the black and the white and the red. So I'm going to continue along this side of the shoe and show you how I do this. It's all very easy and simple. It's colouring in. But you do need, whoops, to go a little bit slow with it. So I'll just pop on a little bit of music and we'll continue on with our shoe. Widen here a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's that shoe done with the black that I want to put on there so far. I'll quickly do the other one off camera and we'll come back and see what we want to fill in next. Okay, so here's the next part of our shoes done. You can see we've got our black trim. And what you might notice sometimes, and it's really easy to get lost in a design, especially if you're doing something that there's a pair of, sometimes you're going to miss, like, see how this one, where is it? There. See how that there goes right to the top? What I missed on this one was this little bit just here, so you can go in and you can touch that up with these. Now, because I'm using MonMarte paints, or MonMarte, however they want to call it, it all matches, the colours match, even when you're using your fabric pens. So if you have a little boo-boo, and it's only something small, you can go back in with these, and you can just touch it up. And the good thing with these is that they're dry pretty much within a few seconds. So there's that bit fixed, so it looks like the rest. Okay, so now we need to consult our mock-up design and see where I want to go next. Right, that's where I wanted to put the lettering for Stranger Things on the tongue of the shoes. So grab. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit hard to. I need to put something hard there to lean on. Okay, a lot of people will probably roast me for this, but I'm not going to kind of measure per se. What I will do is I'm going to kind of mark out where I want that first line, and then we're writing the S, the first S starts like here. Okay. Stranger. And the R sort of goes down to that. There. Stranger. And then things start in between the two. I'm one of these people, I'm blessed with sort of not being too bad at straight lines, so I loathe rulers and I loathe convention, so don't come for me. This is just how I do things, and if we do happen to make a mistake, as I keep reiterating, it's only paint and we can just paint over it. If it does not work correctly, and it is a little bit hard to use a pencil on this kind of material. Takes a little bit of skill, but I think we'll get there with it. Strain. Okay, that side's a little bit fuller. Strain. Strange. I used to do in school and get out the good old liquid paper. That R just needs to come over a little bit closer to the E. So we'll just get our white and fix that. Doesn't really take much to fix things. Okay. I'm going to let that bit dry. Okay, so I can move that R over its squinch. Just white it out like you do at school. Okay, I'll let that dry. So while that's drying, I can write things in underneath. Strange things. No, we'll get there. Okay, Stranger Things. It's so hot here, it's not going to take long for that to dry. So the next thing I want to put in under that is the Mind Flayer, I believe that is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the Mind Flayer, isn't it though? That thing that looks like a spider? I know what the Demogorgon is. I am a fan of Stranger Things. I should know who everybody is. Okay, I'm going to need something else to pop in there because that's going to be too big. Alrighty, so we're back. I haven't put the R back in there yet. Let's do that. What I did manage to find was a glass that fit. There we go, that's good. Got our R back, Stranger Things, and we're going to put our Mind Flayer in there. So he's got a little skinny piece that starts there. And he's sort of, he's not exactly round, he's kind of diamond shaped there almost. Yeah, he's kind of good. He reminds me a bit of the alien, the face hugger from Alien. And he goes right down there like this. That's his tail, or what that's supposed to be. He's a funny looking dude, that's for sure. Okay. And he's got big arms that come out there. So come out at that angle. And you can move your tongue around a little bit. Okay, so we've got that angle there. And he sort of comes down like this. And he's got these two big pincher things. Okay, that one goes down and that one goes right down to the floor and sort of, I guess that's how he sort of walks when he comes over the hill. Okay, so that's his first leg, and we can fill that in a bit more with our pens. We're going to do this whole thing with the pens because it's just that little bit easier than doing it with, focus a bit more, than with a paintbrush, especially for the area it's in. Okay, so we need to fill that bit there out a bit more. Bring that through. Okay. And sort of come down here where his next appendage comes out, because I'm not exactly sure if that's supposed to be a leg or... I guess they're legs. He walks on them, doesn't he? Okay, I'm just going to define that one there a bit more so it looks like it's coming in behind that one. Just sort of sit there like that. Here's his tail. Now these legs on this other side, I'll just move the glass around. Okay, pop that down there. Strange, they don't continue that all the way down and it's not even. Anyway, doesn't matter. There's a shoes for fun. Okay. I'm gonna bring him over this way. This is a little awkward, so probably I have to hold that down just so the way his foot comes out on that side. And it comes in like this. And he's sort of got a thicker foot there. Oh, crampy. And then we've got another leg that sort of comes out this way. It's back behind those. Let's build him up a little bit through here. Okay, and I've got this bit that comes out there. And these are the two little big feet looking things. Okay, so there's our Stranger Things lettering and our Mind Flayer ready on that shoe. So I'm going to pop that out for now and pop that back in. Right, I'm going to hold that fairly steady. Okay, so we're going to go in with our pen. I'm going to try really hard not to get my head in the way, so let's do this lettering. it's gonna sort of sit when we put our laces back in. Yeah, I think I do want to put that little bit of black around that edge there, so let's pop that in. It'll just finish that off just nice. Just sort of turn your shoe as you go. It just makes it easier for you to get at. I'm keeping my noggin out of the frame. I think I am. I always annoy myself when my head gets in the frame and I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright, so that's our first part of that shoe pretty much done. So what I want to just do real quick though is go back in, and I just want to use a nice thin little brush. Hopefully that's not going to come out pink. The water that was in there. I'm just going to go in and just define these bits. I don't want the grey from the pencil to be there, so I'm just going to go in and just a little bit of white just to cover that over a little bit. It's matching well actually with the colour that the shoes are, so it's actually covered it up pretty nice, so there's not sort of too much to do there. Okay, and I'm looking at my Mind Flayer, and I think I might like him to be a little bit darker. Try going over him again with the pen, and then if that doesn't look dark enough, I might have to break out some paint, but hopefully just another coat with the pen should do it. And you're probably all saying, well, okay, you're using fabric paint, you're using fabric pens, how are we going to heat set this? The way I'm going to do this will be with either my heat gun or my hairdryer. I think I'm probably going to use the hairdryer because I'm worried that the heat gun might be a little bit too hot and it could melt the rubber parts of the shoe. So we're just going to heat set the whole shoe with my hairdryer, and that will keep it from just washing off if you go out in the rain or you need to throw them in the washer. You can also get a waterproof spray for shoes as well if you want to stop them getting really wet and keep them a bit more protected, which I may even get some of that when I'm all done with this and just give them a spray anyway. Okay, that's worked pretty good. All right, there's our first tongue with the Mind Flayer on it. Okay, that part's done. Okay, that's this bit done on our first shoey. I'm going to go off camera and do the second one, and then we will continue on with the next part. Guys, we're back. It's actually the next day. Yesterday it got so hot here that I couldn't continue. It was really hot in the workshop. But today it's a little bit cooler. We are entering our proper summer now here in Australia. And yeah, things are heating up. So I have been for a swim. I have got the left shoe completed this morning. I just wanted to sort of try out what I wanted to do on it first. And then I thought, well, we've got 2 shoes. You don't need to see me do them both. So we're going to continue on with the right shoe now. So let's just hop on into it. I kind of realised, like, when this is put back together and the laces are on, that's going to kind of be like that. So it needs a little something here. So I've gone with the demi-bats. And what I did find this morning is when you get down to this part, it kind of looks after itself. So I'm just going to draw a few bats on here with the pen, and that will complete the toe of this shoe. Can you guys see? There we go. All right, let's hop on into it. So there we go, we've got our demi bats in place, and I thought it'd be cute to just have like a little red trim around here. I'm just going to go around there with the pen. Around we go. So that goes around like that. And just put like a few little, just like little bats off in the distance, because there was so many of them. I came after everybody. Okay, so that's the front part of the shoe all done. Give this guy a little bit of personality. Okay, so these are our little demi-bats, pretty much done for the front part of the shoe, just giving him a little bit of shine and helping him to stand out a little bit more. And when this is dry, I'm going to go back in and just put a little bit of red in his eyes. So it just gives him that total upside down personality and kind of reminds me a little bit of the Mothman as well. Alrighty, so let's get our Eddie elements on here. Alright, so I'm going to put his name there. Okay, so we're just adding in Eddie's bats because they were a big part of his big scene there at the end of his time on the show. So just putting a few more of those in, just filling in the space with those. It is a little bit hard when you're trying to do a big scene on a pair of shoes because you don't have a lot of shoe estate to put your design on. So I'm trying to keep it small and fairly simple for this pair. Hopefully when I get the high tops I can do kind of a bigger design on those, but so far I think it's looking pretty good. And now I'm just popping in a little bit of white for their eyes so that you can kind of see them coming. And it just helps them to stand out a little bit more against all the red and the black that is in this section. And now I'm just going in with a little bit of dark purpley red to match the colour of Eddie's actual guitar on the show. I just went straight in with the purpley red colour because I tried it on the other shoe and it covered it quite well because it is supposed to look a little bit reddish. And just going in with a little bit of actual black paint for the rest of the guitar just helps it to stand out a little bit more than the pen does. It's not quite as dark as the paint, so that's why I'm using paint for this part. Alrighty, now we're moving on to the heel of the shoe where we are going to put our design for the Hellfire Club, which was another element I really enjoyed in the last season of Stranger Things. I just thought it was really cool. So we're going to pop that on the heels of our shoes. Okay. All right, back again. Now we can finish Eddie's side of the shoe. Okay. Let's get back to the Hellfire Club. I love the little Gorgony dude that they've got for the mascot kind of thing, and I got too excited wanting to fill him in and I forgot to write club. So you guys see what I'm doing? Yes. Okay.
All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever. She was the curious kind. To hate she was blind. Always love on her mind. Just come on me. She couldn't quite figure out what fear's all about. So she put it aside. All night, all day. And everybody talked about her. Said there must be something wrong with this girl. All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever. Know when your body feels so tired to get out of bed, you pour your heart on a letter to chase it away. Got sun and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, you never really care. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel. Are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, someone. Talking about my bad as like it ever mattered. You threw it away, and now you're looking back, wishing that we got buried. Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, did I ever really care? I don't think I did. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel.
Okay, so we're getting along a little further now, just filling in the gravestones behind Max because she was in the cemetery when she levitated. And we're going to be finished pretty soon.
She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was love to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered if will she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get back up again. Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better.
I'll just put a little bit more white shining on this demi bat. And then we just need to put a little bit more white on 11's 11, and I'm going to call these done. Okay, Here we go. We've got our shoes, we've got everything on the right sides. All is looking good. Wait a second. Yeah, now we've got them on the right sides. Oh my God. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to go and heat set these and dry them all the way, put the laces back in, and then I'm going to show you the completely finished shoes. Hi guys, welcome back. The shoes are now all heat sealed and ready to rock and roll, and they are done. This is them. I'm going to show you the right shoe because it came out the best. There's Max's side, the Hellfire Club, and Eddie. Only thing I was a little disappointed about is where it says Stranger Things and the Mind Flayer is kind of covered up by the laces, but we know what's under there, don't we? So I hope you guys had fun making these shoes with me, and I'm going to have some more art classes coming up again really soon. And the next video I'll have for you guys will be after this Saturday night. We are going to a haunted house. We have 2 new members for the Clarence Valley Paranormal team, and it's actually their own property. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be an amazing night. I don't want to tell you too much about it before we actually launch the video because it's kind of special. But stay tuned for that, and I'm going to be seeing you all again really soon. Please don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I do need some subscribers, so please subscribe to me. I'll promise I'll always try and bring you really good content. And when I get to 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.
She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was love, to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered around, will she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again.